Someone just listed a vintage Seiko dive watch worth $400 for only $171. And that's not even the wildest deal we're covering today. All right, treasure hunters, let's start with something that's got my collector heart racing. We've got a lot of vintage Pokemon cards sitting at $77 with only 3 bids so far. Now here's what's interesting. The buy it now price is set at $599.99, which tells us the seller knows they've got something special here. The listing mentions Pocket Monsters cards, which is huge because that's the original Japanese branding before Pokemon hit the States. These early cards, especially if they're first edition base set or Japanese exclusives, can be absolute gold mines. I'm talking Charizard cards that sell for thousands, Pikachu promos worth hundreds each. The tricky part is we can't see exactly which cards are in this lot from the listing details, so you're essentially buying a mystery box. With 5 days and 11 hours left, this price is definitely going to climb. If there's even one first edition holographic in decent condition, this lot could easily justify that $600 buy it now price. Now this is what I call a legitimate steal. We're looking at a Seiko 7002 automatic dive watch currently at $171 with 4 bids. The model number 7002-7039 is a legendary piece among watch collectors. This is Seiko's workhorse diver from the 80s and 90s, built like an absolute tank and known for running forever. The fact that it says works in the title is crucial because these automatics can cost a fortune to service if they're broken. On the secondary market, these 7002s in good working condition regularly sell for $300 to $500, sometimes more if they're in exceptional shape. The buy it now at $399 is actually pretty reasonable for retail. But with 4 days and 23 hours left, this auction could go either way. What makes this watch special is its 200-meter water resistance, automatic movement, and that classic Seiko build quality. If you're into vintage watches or just want a bulletproof daily wearer, this could be your chance to snag a classic for under market value. Hold up! $13 for Ermenegildo Zegna sneakers? Are you kidding me right now? For those who don't know, Zegna is Italian luxury at its finest. We're talking about a brand that makes suits costing thousands of dollars. These black leather high-top sneakers would retail for anywhere from $600 to over $1,000 new. The current bid of $13 with only 3 bidders is absolutely insane. Now, the buy it now is set at $299.99, which is still a fantastic deal for authentic Zegna footwear. The listing shows size 10, which is a pretty common size, so there's definitely going to be more competition as word gets out. With 6 full days left on this auction, I guarantee this price is going to explode once more people discover it. Even if these shoes have some wear, Zegna leather is built to last decades with proper care. The craftsmanship on these Italian-made sneakers is probably better than most people's dress shoes. If you're a size 10 and you're not watching this auction, you're missing out on potentially the deal of the century. Here's where things get interesting for all the luxury shoe lovers out there. These Jimmy Choo Scarlette Ballet flats in gold glitter are currently at $34 with 7 bids, and here's the kicker. They're authenticated. That authentication is huge because Jimmy Choo fakes are everywhere, but these have been verified as genuine. Size 37 translates to about a US size 7 for women. Now, Jimmy Choo ballet flats typically retail between $400 and $600, so even the buy it now price of $54.99 is an absolute steal. The Scarlette style with that coarse gold glitter is particularly sought after because it's versatile enough for both casual and dressy occasions. What's really smart about this listing is that 1 cent shipping, basically free delivery. With only 3 days left and 7 bidders already in the game, this is heating up fast. The fact that there are already 7 bids tells us other people recognize the value here. Even if you end up paying the full buy it now price, you're still getting designer flats for about 10% of retail cost. Last but definitely not least, we've got a Coach Legacy shoulder bag sitting pretty at $57 with 3 bids and 4 days to go. The Legacy collection is special because it represents Coach's heritage craftsmanship. These aren't the outlet store bags. We're talking about the real deal leather goods that Coach built their reputation on. Depending on the specific Legacy style and size, these bags originally sold anywhere from $300 to over $700. The current price of $57 is already a solid deal, but that buy it now at $320 makes me think this might be one of the higher-end Legacy pieces. Coach bags hold their value incredibly well, especially the Legacy line, because the leather quality and construction is just phenomenal. What I love about Coach vintage pieces is they actually look better with age. That leather develops this gorgeous patina that you can't fake. With only 3 bidders so far, this feels like a sleeper listing that could either stay reasonable or suddenly spike in the final hours. If you're looking for an investment handbag that you can actually use daily, Coach Legacy is always a smart choice. These bags literally last decades with basic care. That's a wrap on today's Shop Goodwill Treasures. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you love finding hidden gems. And I've got to know, what's the most expensive designer item you've ever found at a thrift store or online auction? Drop your best finds in the comments